Schemhamphorash, often anglicized as Schemhamphorash, refers to a name of God in Hebrew mysticism, specifically Kabbalah. Originally, it denoted the Tetragrammaton, the four-letter name YHWH. But in later Kabbalistic interpretations, it came to signify more complex divine names, including a 72-fold name. The term is also associated with magical texts and grimoires, such as Schemhamphoras and Schemhamphoras, which contain invocations and lore connected. This is Schemhamphoros. In the esoteric tradition, a Kabbalah is a set of teachings meant to explain the relationship between the finite and the infinite, the created and the creator. It's a body of knowledge concerned with the hidden aspects of reality. At its core are the 10 Sephirot, which emanate from and return to Ein Sof, the infinite, boundless God. These emanations are the building blocks of creation and correspond to various attributes and qualities of the divine. They're often depicted as a tree with 10 spheres or nodes connected by pathways. Each sephira represents a different level of consciousness or a different aspect of the divine. Together, they form a kind of ladder or stairway to heaven, a map of the spiritual realm, and they also serve as a model for the human soul, which is said to have the same 10 attributes or sephiro. A grimoire is a textbook of magic. The word comes from the Greek word for ghosts, and demons are said to be spirits that can be summoned and controlled by those who know how. Grimoires typically contain instructions for performing rituals, casting spells, and making magical objects. They often include lists of demons and their names, as well as instructions for summoning them. Some famous grimoires include the Key of Solomon, the Lesser Key of Solomon, and the Grand Grimoire. A Schemhamphoras is a magical object that is used to contain and control elemental beings known as elementals. A Schemhamphoras is typically a crystal or other object that has been charged with magical energy, and it can be used to attract, repel, or control elementals. For example, a Schemhamphoras could be used to attract a specific elemental being to a particular location, or it could be used to keep elementals away from a person or place. The divine name is a term used in Abrahamic religions to refer to the name of God. The divine name is believed to be a powerful, even sacred name that can be used to invoke God's presence or power. In Judaism, the divine name is traditionally said to be YHWH, the four-lettered name that is also known as the Tetragrammaton. The 72-fold name is a term used in Hebrew mysticism to refer to a specific magical formula. This formula is said to be a powerful tool that can be used to influence the spiritual realm and bring about change in the material world. The 72-fold name is derived from the 72 names of God, which are said to be hidden in the Torah. Magical text, also known as a spell book, is a collection of written characters, symbols, and words that are used to invoke the powers of the universe to bring about a desired outcome. It typically includes incantations, rituals, and other instructions for performing acts of magic. An invocation is a ritual or prayer that is used to call upon a deity or other spiritual being for assistance or protection. It is a common feature of many religious and magical traditions, and is often used to invoke the presence of a deity before a ritual or ceremony. Mysticism is a term used to describe a deep, intuitive, and often personal understanding of the divine or the transcendent. Mystics are individuals who claim to have had experiences or revelations that have led them to a deeper understanding of the nature of reality and the divine. Tetragrammaton is a term used to refer to the four-lettered name of God in Judaism. The Tetragrammaton is believed to be the most sacred name of God and is not to be spoken aloud. A book of mysteries is a term used to refer to a secret or sacred book that contains hidden knowledge or teachings. These books are often used in esoteric or mystical traditions and are said to contain knowledge that is not available to the general public. The symbol of blessing is a term used in Hebrew mysticism to refer to a specific magical symbol. This symbol is said to have the power to bring about blessings and good fortune, and is often used in amulets and other magical objects. Money is a medium of exchange that is used to acquire goods and services. It is typically made of paper or metal and has a specific value assigned to it by a government or other authority. Financial oncoming is a term that refers to the flow of money towards a person or entity. It is often used in the context of business and finance and is a positive term that suggests prosperity and abundance. If you want to learn more about these terms and concepts, I highly recommend checking out the courses available at our website. Our courses are taught by experienced and knowledgeable instructors who are passionate about sharing their knowledge with others. You can learn at your own pace and on your own schedule, and you'll have lifetime access to the course materials. So sign up today and start learning. Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about Schemhamphoras, so if you want to learn more about this topic, you've come to the right place. Now before we get into the nitty-gritty, I just want to say that there are different theories and ideas out there about what exactly the Shem HaMephorash is. So I'm going to share with you the one that I find most interesting, and also the one that I think is most likely to be accurate. Okay, so let's dive in. The Shem HaMephorash is a term that appears in Jewish mysticism, specifically Kabbalah. It's derived from the Hebrew word Shem, meaning name, and Mephorash, meaning explained or revealed. So put together, it means explained name or revealed name. In its most basic sense, the Shem HaMephorash referred to the Tetragrammaton, the four-letter name of God in Hebrew, YHWH. This name was considered too sacred to be spoken aloud and was only spoken by the high priest once a year during the Day of Atonement. However, as Kabbalistic ideas developed, the term came to denote more complex divine names, such as the 72-fold name of God. The 72-fold name is a sequence of 72 names or attributes of God derived from the 72 three-letter combinations of the Hebrew letters. Each of these names is associated with a particular divine emanation, power, or attribute, and is believed to have unique mystical properties. The Shem HaMephorash is also associated with magical texts such as the Schemhamphoras and the Schemhamphoras, which contain invocations and lore connected to the 72 names. These texts were likely compiled during the 13th and 14th centuries in Spain, and they became popular in the 18th century when magic was experiencing a revival. The grimoire tradition continued to develop, and the Shem HaMephorash found its way into various magical systems, often used as a way to invoke the power of the divine for various purposes. Now in modern times, the Shem HaMephorash is still invoked by some magical practitioners, and it continues to be a subject of interest in the fields of Kabbalah and Hebrew mysticism. There are also various books and articles written about it. So, that's a quick overview of the Shem HaMephorash. It's a fascinating topic, and I encourage you to do your own research and explore it further if you're interested. And if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. So the name is Ko Shin Hok Ladush,